Bacon and Whiskey, an essay by Kristy Athens. Bacon. I know that it's sick and wrong to eat bacon. It's bad for pigs and it's bad for me. But bacon is satisfying in a way that no other breakfast item can touch. When I order a side of bacon in a restaurant, I tell the waitress to tell the kitchen to cook the shit out of it. This has never failed. It's as though the phrase were part of the short order cook's lexicon. Limp. Meat is done while fat is white and springy. Medium. Bacon is slightly rigid, but large ripples of fat are still spongy. Cook the shit out of it. Bacon is dark brown. Fat is fully cooked and crispy. Burnt. Itty-bitty strips of carbon. Give to the dog and start over. I used to frequent a diner called Al's Breakfast. The folks in Al slung the most righteous grub around, fast and cheap. Once, on my way in, I overheard two people debating whether to eat there. "It's so greasy," she said. "That's not grease," he said. "That's love." Whiskey. Actually, what I'm talking about is bourbon, made in the heart of the U.S. of A. Ladies with hairnets still hand-drip wax onto the necks of bottles which contain the best use of corn I know. Maker's Mark Kentucky Bourbon. Never mind accuracy. Whiskey is so much more fun to say. Kentucky Bourbon a go-go? Show me the way to the next Kentucky Bourbon bar? No. Bourbon isn't a bad word, but whiskey says so much more. Whiskey conjures a feeling of body drunkenness, shooting your guns into the ceiling, of plunging your hand into some dame's bosom, 'cause it was just sitting there. Even if I'm perched on a white couch in someone's living room, discussing how to fund the public school system, I feel more in touch with my inner troublemaker if I'm holding a glass of whiskey rather than a Chardonnay. Whiskey is so forgiving, too. Because if Scotch walks into the room, I forget all about him. I get wrapped up in Highland and Lowland, sherry casks and hints of peat until the last drop has been coaxed from the snifter. When Scotch is gone again, whiskey's always there with his dripped wax hat in his hands, waiting for me. Thank you, baby. Bacon and whiskey are winter things. In the summer, it's more appropriate to eat fruit and drink gin and tonics. But in the winter, I need fuel. I need substance. When it's dark outside, I need a fire inside.